Today we're gonna make one of my favorite dishes. It's linguini with clams and sausage. This is an amazing combo that you might not have ever heard of. Trust me on it, it's delicious. Okay, so we're gonna go over the ingredients. Really simple ingredients. 1 pound of linguini. That's what I like for really anytime I make any type of clam sauce. In my opinion, really the only choice for this dish. Can you use spaghetti? Yes. Don't use pappardelle. Don't use something like that. That's not what you want here. Let's go over the rest of the ingredients. We'll start with the clams. These are 3 10-ounce clams of baby clams. These clams are really good. There's plenty of good quality brands you could buy, and just makes this an relatively inexpensive dish, and a dish that comes together very quickly. If you want to use fresh clams, I would use 3 dozen little neck clams. Cockles are even better if you can find them. They are a much smaller clam and they look beautiful in a dish like this. But yeah, the canned clams are great. Just make sure you save all the juice. If you have the smaller clams, buy a bottle or 2 of the clam juice that is sold in any store right next to the canned clams. And if you can't find them in a store, you can buy these all on Amazon and stuff like that. I have lots of garlic in here. Honestly, this would be on the light side for most Italian American restaurants that are making dishes like this. And you know, garlic is delicious. We're gonna get it nice and golden and nutty, and it just really goes well with the flavors in this one. Half a cup of parsley, but I have like more than a cup. We probably won't need it all. Fresh flat leaf parsley, delicious in it. 1 cup of dry white wine. Half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. We might need a little bit more. 2 tablespoons of cold butter. That's gonna finish it off at the end. And then the sausage, I'm using just mild sausage with fennel or sweet sausage if you're in New York, New Jersey. Can you use hot sausage? The answer is 100% yes. It will change the character of the dish completely, but it will still be really good. You can also use chorizo, and then you pair it with the clams. It's kind of like a Portuguese dish. So this combination, again, might be a little unorthodox to you, but trust me, it really works. Okay, for the clams, simply just open them up and then pour them, all your juice into one area. Okay, I'm just using a little strainer here. Put the clams in there and just repeat for the other ones. We're gonna use both of these ingredients, but we're gonna use them at slightly different times. If you're wondering how to use whole clams, I have lots of videos making clam sauce. I've probably made like 10 clam videos on this channel. I've done clams oreganata, I've done clams, different pasta, red sauce, white sauce like we're doing today. But you can go 2 ways. You can just steam them in a little white wine or water until they open. Here, use them in your dish. You can steam them and then take all the meat, all the clam meat out of the shells and then chop it, which is what a lot of restaurants do because it's easier for people to eat. So you could go half and half too, which gives a nice presentation. I most of the time like to use the whole clams. I just think it looks better. And you just steam them until they're open. If they don't open after like 7 minutes, they're dead and you toss them away. That's all you have to do. So if you enjoy pasta recipes, and I'm sure you do, I want to let you know about our new cookbook, Sip and Feast Family Favorites. Pasta on the cover right there. This is probably the pasta short rib ragu that made our channel discovered, and that might be the first video you ever saw by us. In this book, you will find many beautiful pasta recipes, but you will also find recipes for all the other categories. US customary and metric are included for each recipe. Right above me is the link. You can buy it from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other retailers. Over here is the QR code. If you're watching on TV, just use your phone, snap that code, you'll go right to the link. It's pinned in the comments as well, and it's in the description. If you don't like cookbooks, you just like watching our videos, buy it for a friend or family who does. Thanks. Okay, this dish comes together super quickly. Bring a pot of water to boil right now, salted water, okay? It's super quick. Turn my pan on the medium. I'm using this like hard anodized pan right here. Feel free to use a stainless. I'm using black primarily because it will give me a better picture, all right? Just so you know. One ingredient I didn't show you was extra virgin olive oil. I'm just adding a little bit to the pan now. We'll need more later. And just wait a second till it gets nice and hot. And then we'll just add our sausage all over the place so it'll brown. So that's 1 pound of fennel sausage. And just push it down a little bit just to get some even contact and try to brown it somewhat. Move it to your hottest spot in the pan, which for me is on this little burner is right in the center. Leave it alone for a few minutes so it'll brown. All right, it's only been a few minutes. Have this thing be splashing me. And just come in over here and just flip it over. if you can. But it'll get nice and brown. That's just medium heat. You don't have to have your pan cranked up to high. All right, I'm just turning it over. It's easier for me to sear it this way, these big pieces, and then break it up afterwards, but you can break it up now if you want. We'll just hit up the other side, and then we'll break it up. All right, so I'm gonna use a meat masher, but anything, you can use any implement to break up the sausage. Just keep your head away so you don't get splashed. There's a lot of fat in here from the sausage. This is a very fatty sausage, and it's hard to break up, so I might even have to take this out and chop it a little bit. You know, if you like the pieces bigger, then you don't have to do that, but I like them to be a little bit smaller. All right, just let it cook a few more minutes. You want to basically get this cooked through. I'm going to turn that pan off for a second. Okay, I'm just going to stick it in here, and then I'll be able to use a meat masher in here and break it up a little bit easier. Okay, I'm just using a slotted spoon right here to remove it. I'm going to keep most of the fat in this pan. I'm making my heat very low, or you can even leave it off initially. Put all the garlic in. If you don't have enough in the oil in the pan, put more oil down. Put a little bit more oil down. Okay, that's extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to take my time getting this garlic really nice and golden. That'll give me enough time to break up this meat. Okay, so the garlic's been going. It's getting nice and golden. You can see on like one side, you can start flipping them over if you want. But like, this is where my oil's just pooling. I know I can level this if I want to by like a smidge, but that's okay. I chopped the sausage up, so I'm gonna put that back in here. Okay, we'll just let that go on one side, and the garlic will be on the other. So at this time, because it all comes together super quick, just start boiling your pasta to 1 minute less than al dente. They often tell you on the box. It says al dente 10 minutes. So cook it for like 8 or 9, and we'll just finish it up in here. Save all of your pasta water. You want this dish and all these clam sauce dishes to be very juicy, lots of liquid, okay? Not really going for like too much of like an emulsification, and like you want liquid. Now the garlic got golden, I'm just gonna mix everything together here. And the smell is just so good. If you want hot red pepper flakes, add them now. I definitely do. Maybe I'll add a little bit more. Let that cook in there for 30 seconds or so. Okay, and then this is 1 cup of dry white wine. Okay, just turn it up to high, and we just want to like reduce this a bit. Like let the liquid cook off probably by about half, about 2 minutes. So this is why the timing of the pasta, you get your pasta in, this only takes a few more minutes, so everything will be ready before your pasta, which is always what you want. You don't want your pasta to be like draining in a colander for an hour when you're cooking your sauce. So timing for these recipes, though they're quick recipes, you gotta time it. Okay, you can turn back to like medium. I'm gonna add all that reserved clam juice. Okay, right in there. And some of the pasta water. Okay, it's about a half a cup. It's about medium heat, I would say. Keep it at, that's all you need. And then put in all of those clams. Okay, all of the baby clams. Put in some of the parsley now too. Okay, we're just gonna let this wait for our pasta, which is gonna be ready in about 2 minutes. It'll be about 1 or 2 minutes less than al dente in that time, and then we'll finish it in here. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little taste. Just the sauce. Oh, it's so delicious. Plenty of red pepper, maybe a little black pepper too, no salt needed. Okay, and then I have my pot here, so just make sure you save your pasta water. I know it looks like I have more than enough here. You want a lot of liquid. Okay, so I'm just pulling it wet, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're just gonna finish this in here until the pasta's done, till al dente. As it cooks, it's gonna absorb some of that liquid, so we might need to add still a little bit more. I'll just taste a piece to see where we're at timing-wise. Yeah, it needs to cook more. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna turn the heat off, add the butter in while it's nice and hot. Gonna add a lot more parsley. This dish just excels with a lot of parsley. All right, let's get all that butter melted. We're gonna give it one more taste test, and then we're gonna bring the taste tester down and see what he thinks. But you can see what I mean, how like we have lost a lot of liquid now, because as the pasta drank it up. If you wanna put more pasta water in, which I'm gonna put a little bit more in, just taste again so you get it just right. These are diluting flavors now. The butter just really puts it together. To be honest with you, I could probably do another 2 tablespoons in there. Probably make it better. Just like, you know, make these things your own. Like if you're tasting it at the end and it's not like really how you want it, a little bit more butter is not gonna hurt. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the way to serve this. This is the way I would do it. Now, you can leave it in the pan, or you could do it like kind of a restaurant style, where take a platter that has enough of a divot in it for the sauce. Take tongs and put most of the pasta down first. Then come in with the sauce. So now you have all the clams and the sausage on top, which makes it look way better. A little bit more parsley. And there you go, linguine with sausage and clams. All right, James, look at how good that looks.
Yep.
Doesn't it look amazing? Mm-hmm. All right, buttering you up first before the test.
Yeah.
James still hasn't learned the art of twirling pasta.
I don't need a twirl. I love this dish. I think it's really good. I still like regular linguine and clams better. It's just like the sausage doesn't make it worse, but it doesn't make it better. And the linguine and clams is just better, but the sausage doesn't make it worse at all. I would say linguine and clams is like a 10 out of 10, and this is probably a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Not because it's worse, just because it's...
What do you think if we use spicy sausage or chorizo instead of the...
I think chorizo would probably be a 10, honestly.
Yeah, might have to do that one too. I mean, I don't know if I keep making the same dishes. It's all... I mean, then again, so many videos I make on this channel, you might get the picture by now. Pasta is the easiest dish to prepare in the world once you get the hang of it and you understand the order of things.
Some people only make one dish.
That's true. No, and there might be new people here who haven't seen the channel. Well, it looks like you're enjoying it. I will take a 9. There's regular linguine with canned clams in the cookbook, and that one we actually have a nice garlicky breadcrumb topping for it too that you could put on at the end, which is a nice way to give some texture to a dish that often doesn't have a lot of texture.
So good. I usually never finish it on video.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.